guys, and welcome to a game called Dyson Sphere Program. In short, Dyson Sphere Program is a Factorio-like game in which you do everything manually at first, gathering resources, building things, crafting things, only to then automate them to unlock higher tiers, only to in the end reach the ability to create your own Dyson Sphere, a mega structure around a star to harness its power for unlimited energy. The background story to the game is that humanity has reached a really advanced stage of civilization where virtual universes are created that are much larger than the real world, and slowly human consciousnesses are transferred into this virtual universe. So those virtual worlds require a huge amount of power, so they build a supercomputer called the center brain, which is harnesses the sun's power, but that is reaching its limits because the amount of consciousnesses that have to be stored keep growing ever so much. To be able to have enough power for all those consciousnesses, the humanity launches a program called the Dyson Sphere Program, and by which they send an engineer out in the real world universe onto planets to create a Dyson Sphere to provide continuous and stable energy for the center brain supercomputer. The game has just entered early access, and being the type of builder game it is, I couldn't help myself but to give it a try, and so far I had a lot of fun with it. I only started scratching the surface really of everything, but you know what, we're gonna have a look at it. I hope you guys are gonna have a good time, so let's get started. Okay, let's start a new game, and here is our random generated galaxy. You can keep randomly generated until you find something you're happy with. Here on the side you can see the counter for each of the different types of stars, so if you're well knowledgeable about this, that makes a lot of sense to you obviously. Here's your starting planet, and then you can say I want only 32 or up to 64 number of stars. Now resource multiplier is not really going to give you an issue with resources. However, because you can go and build automations on every planet, and then as far as I understand you can even send resources from one planet to another where it doesn't have those resources, eventually it could run out on one planet. So I'm going to set it for this purpose to infinite right now, and just so we don't have to worry about that. So look at this, that looks absolutely beautiful. Oh, and the sounds. This is very satisfying already. Very nice. So you're on your way to the planet, you're that little engineer to start the journey to the Dyson Sphere.
Now you are about to reach the designated planet.
Oh, beautiful. I can see already some iron, some stone, ooh, some copper and some coal. Really nice. Let's please land here. That would be really lovely. And oh, look at that. We have iron over there. Getting really excited. We have all the things we need very close to each other. Here we go. Again, the music is really beautiful, so apologies for having to turn it off.
This is Icarus.
There we go, we can turn them off. So basically, like you said, this is Icarus. I think you're a little dude in there possibly. I have no idea how this is actually going to work, if you're a guy in there or if you remote control it. I actually don't know. But this mech here is basically how you get around on the planet and start building everything in the beginning, when you have to do everything manually.
Now try to recycle the space capsule. Right-click on it to recycle.
You can see you can get really close. It has a really nice look to it. It reminds me like of a top-down version of Satisfactory, or yeah, Satisfactory, like a top-down version of Satisfactory, like nearly, but it's still three-dimensional, which is really awesome. So I actually don't know if you can turn this off, otherwise I would have turned it off. I didn't have an option there when I started a new game. So basically he's just talking you through it. You have your inventory, this is the resources you just got from scrapping your ship, and you can manually go now and gather more resources if you want. It has your standard controls, middle mouse button rotate, zoom in and out with your wheel, and then WASD to move your character around. If you go over water, he automatically flies, but you're very slow right now. You can actually upgrade your mecha as well. So right here he wants us to look at the technology tree, and this is where you can see actually how big everything is. So right here you have your main quest research, which is going from electromagnetism to electromagnetic matrices or matrix, to solar collection, flow, and so on and so on and so on, until you reach the end of it, where you then can do your mission complete, which is then obviously like you win the game, you created the Dyson Sphere, and that's it. And you have all these colorful resources. I think that's similar to Factorio, where it like has these type of research items that you can create. But again, you start off with absolutely nothing. And this is just parts of things that you can research. You know, your logistics for your belts, your automations, metallurgy for your furnaces or forges, and then here for your research centers, where you can then create these actual research cubes or these electromagnetic matrix that you need. But then you have this upgrade tree where you can upgrade the things you have. You can see here on the right hand side, so let me close all this actually. You can see here on the right hand side your current spec for everything. But I can, for example, now research how to upgrade my mecha core power. So I have more power, because everything you do with your mecha actually uses up energy, and then you have to recharge your mecha, otherwise it gets very slow. And then you have upgrades, of course, not just for your mecha, but also for other things that you can build. So it's really amazing. You need lots of research, so you want to automate, obviously, as much of that as possible. It's a huge tree in here already, and the game is already very massive for being in early access. All right, so let's have a look and see what we have. Earlier on, you can right click as well to go to places, so you don't have to use WASD. We saw we have copper here, so we can get a little bit of copper if we want to. So let's get some iron as well, and then get some coal. Now there is a day and night cycle, and night gets pretty dark. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to skip through the night times, as in maybe do some things if they're not going to take too long, and then only record during daytime, because it's just very, very dark at night and you cannot see really well. So down here you can see we're using up energy for everything we do. Now if I stop, the energy recharges. So we can see our little character sheet, our dude here, that we currently have no fuel to refuel him. So we have some trees here. You can see the trees, and that converts into power. And then I can also use the plant fiber here, so there you go. And it uses that up as well. Now of course coal right now would be better, which we have over there, which is amazing that we have that right now in the beginning. There we go, very nice. And then we can start putting here a lot of parts of coal, and we don't have to worry about energy anymore. Now on our character we also have a replicator, which is built into our mecha, where we can create different components, where we can start making buildings. We don't have anything unlocked yet, of course, so right now all we can craft is ingots. What do we need? Iron ore, so I can craft that. Copper ingots, iron, copper ore, stone slabs. We need stone, which we have flying around here randomly as well. And there's probably, no, that's another coal vein. There's stone veins as well somewhere around here. So we can now move the coal into our character if we want to. Here we go. And that will provide us with a lot more power. Looking back at our replicator, the one cool thing about this crafting system is it does craft the things you need. So if you want to craft a magnetic coil, for example, just say you want to craft some of them. Let's craft some of them, because we need to make some anyway. So let's craft 10. It makes 2 at a time, and you can see if it doesn't have the resources, what it actually would do, it would craft the copper ingots, it would craft the magnets for it. So let's craft an extra one. So you can see it crafts the actual magnets, and then it crafts the item. So there also seems to be no threat level to anything, so there's nobody attacking you. I think in Factorio you get attacked or something with the aliens on the planet, so this is actually quite a very peaceful way of playing. So I don't know if they introduce threats or something, or make different game modes where, you know, like be under a certain time pressure to get it done because of alien threats. I have no idea. We need a lot of copper and iron in the beginning, coal not as much, just for our own energy, but I have a lot of grass right now that I can actually use instead, as well as a lot of logs, so we should be okay. So first thing first, we're going into our technology tree, and we're going to our technology section. We can see that the first thing we should probably do is to unlock power and automated mining. To do that, we need 10 of those magnetic coils, which we already crafted. So we're gonna activate that. This works on hashes. So each of these things generate what they call hashes, and I suppose that is how they calculate how long something maybe takes. So you can see here it's slowly going through my resources. I can take that off if I don't want to do things right now and want to use the materials for something else. But there we go. It's now complete. Wow. Electromagnetism research complete. The way this works is that you go as close as possible, and there's an arc in front of the machine that you can see right there, the blue arc. It's hard to see here, but you can see it here on the red. This arc, whatever is in this arc, it will mine. The more you cover in this arc, the faster it will mine. So we can cover, for example, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nodes. Here we have 7 nodes. Then with R we can rotate it, and you see it does snapping, but if you click shift, then you can kind of move it to a very specific area if you want, just to cover as much as possible out of it. And then when you click R, it does slow rotations. So we could see if we, for example, maybe want to put it somewhere here and see if we get more. So we can, oh, look at that. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's brilliant. Of course, now we don't have any power. So what we can do now is we can click on our power, and we can put the wind turbines down. Right now we can put it anywhere. So let's put it here. Also, one of the cool things is in this game, I can actually pick this up, dismantle it, but it puts the wind turbine back in my inventory. So right now this is being powered, and once it reaches 50, it stops. That's it. So we just have to pick this up, and then it does another 50. So obviously what we want to do is now we want to have a way of continuously mining, putting it into storage. So the next thing we probably should be researching is basic logistics systems where we can unlock conveyor belts. And we need for that 10 circuit boards, which we can do with iron and copper. We have these resources nearby, so we can quickly craft that. And this is just iron plates as well, or iron ingots. They look more like plates, not like ingots, but anyway. So we can activate that. And then the next thing we want to do is we want to automatically smelt the resources. So we can queue that. And again, that requires another 10 of those circuit boards. And then we of course want to automate the crafting or the assembling, or in this case also what we need then is a matrix lab, because that is where we can create those matrices. You need them. In the beginning you can see we only need circuit boards, things that are easily made, and we automate that first. But as you continue in, you need electromagnetic matrix as a resource to actually unlock that. And this is where these research stations come in, where you can basically make those and automate the creation of those and automate the use for research for those. And again, just to show you this, I just clicked on craft 2 of those mining machines, and it goes ahead and crafts everything you need in between. Another handy shortcut is when you're in this menu here where you can actually place your items. If you run out of them, or even if you don't run out of them, you can double click it and it brings you right to the crafting area for more of them. So right now I'm crafting everything up for the research. I just go from plant to plant. Every time they reach 50, empty them out so that we have enough resources to craft. You don't have to be right beside them. You just have to be close enough. Oh, look at that. We can actually reach them all from here, which is great. Excellent. Here we go. Look at that. We already have the storage. We have the conveyor belts. There we go. We have the next one uncovered. I'm gonna just need to make another 10 chipboards and 10 gears, and that's for the next one. So we already got 20 conveyor belts, and we got sorters. So the conveyor belts, they can be directly connected to these, boom, 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 laid out. And the sorters, they're the ones that allow you then to pick up things from conveyor belts into storage, for example. And here we go. We have basic assembling process researched as well, which means we can automatically craft things now. So right now, I think I want to make a little storage area here where everything goes in. And then over here, I will clear everything out where we might put a little assembly plant area in, and then a research area here. I don't know yet exactly how we're going to lay it out. That's the part where it can get messy. So let's put 3 storages beside each other. Here we go. We have our 3 storages, and now we just have to connect them with conveyor belts. Luckily I crafted a few more. We can put the conveyor belt directly on this, and whichever direction you drag is the direction it's gonna go. So if we're going to drag it this way, it will literally bring things this way. But if we start building a conveyor this way, it will start building it going from right to left. So whichever way we're going to build from to, this is the direction the conveyor belt will go to. So right now, obviously what we want is a conveyor that comes from here, possibly goes past here into this one, then the coal will probably go into this one, and then we make the copper going into the center. So we have a little bit of daylight left. I hope it's not too dark right now, so we can build, put it right here in front. There we go. And my little guys, they have to be close. So if we walk all the way over here, I think they have a certain reach only. They can't actually build. So you're gonna have to come as close as possible with your mecha to actually build it. And there we go, look at that. Here's the beautiful resources. That is excellent. So now what we can do is we can put a sorter. We want the sorter to go from here into the storage. There you go. And that's built now. And it needs power, so we probably need to build another power plant. Now what we're gonna do now actually is we probably should start thinking about where we want all our power to be, and maybe make a little power area somewhere here on the coast where we put all the power windmills, and then have the Tesla coils bring the power to where we need it to be. Now wind turbines have to be spaced out a certain way. They can't be close to each other, so you need a lot of space to make like a wind farm. So I just put a couple of them down here, and I left the ones originally beside the mines, beside the miners, and that way they can just continue working. Now we have a Tesla coil right here, which is connecting from this power supply, and that is between the storage facilities, so it can reach basically all 3 of them to put power towards the sorters. If you ever want to see how much power is used, click on any of the power lines and you can see the ones that are connected, how much power is being used. Right now we don't have a lot connected to that because we didn't connect everything together. So what we want to do obviously is connect these guys as well eventually to it. But we can see here, for example, this one is using more than 100%. So every time it does an action, it actually uses 130%, nearly, or 140% of power rather than 100. But because it's only such a short blimp, it's absolutely fine. It doesn't really, it's not an issue. But yeah, we can connect all of this together with multiple Tesla coils now if we would want to. So if we just want to offload this, we can put another Tesla coil here, put another one here to connect this together. And these ones are already connected, and now they're all on the same grid. Now currently, to craft things, you have to get the resources from here. So if I have all the iron in the storage and I want to craft something that requires iron, I wouldn't be able to queue it up now. It actually says, sorry, I can't do any of that. Now I'm assuming at some point you're gonna get wireless storage transfer or something similar, where you can basically just hook these up to a big network, and that way you can access the network and you don't have to worry about carrying constantly everything around in your inventory. You can also manually dump stuff into storage, which I'm gonna do here. So I have one spare storage that's connected to nothing, and that's just where I dump everything in that I have on me. Like I can put the machines in there, I can put anything I want in there, which is really handy if you just want to offload a couple of things and not worry about like putting all your coal or something, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna have coal in this one, but I'm just saying, so you can put in, you find these random silicon ores or these random titanium ores, which I don't have any use for right now, so I'm just gonna put them in here, and you can press the sort button and it just puts it all in order, so you can just dump it in. I have crude oil for some reason on me, and hydrogen fuel rods. Oh, look at that. I think that is actually meant to be for my dude. Yeah, there you go. We can put that in here. The game also has an extremely well done encyclopedia, whatever you want to call it. So if you click on anything here, you can see in the guidebook, everything is so well explained. For example, in the conveyor belts, it's showing you here how you can build conveyor belts and how you can actually overlap conveyor belts. So you can go into different heights with the conveyor belt as well, which is amazing. Okay, let's put a sorter on that, put it into here, bam, and now we can put in all our coal here. The great thing is about these sorters, they can also be filtered. So you could have like a whole line here with iron going, where you're saying, okay, I want it was iron and maybe copper. You maybe put iron and copper on the same line in the end. So you can say, okay, I want to actually only take copper from this. I don't want to take the iron from this. Or you have product and iron resources. It's really, really cool. You just click on it. Click on the set filter, and it lets you pick any of the components or any of the build items, and it just lets you filter them, which is absolutely fantastic as well. I love that. So here we can see an example of how the height works, which is really great. So I want to go basically from behind here. I should have probably turned it around. I could still probably turn it around, but just, yeah, I will turn it around just so it's facing the back or the side a little bit more. So we're gonna shift some things around. But just to give you an example, if you want to go straight to here, for example, you just aim where you want to go, and then you press the up arrow, and there you go, and that's it. It would just start building it up, and then you can aim here and go to here and just start building it back down. And here we go, we now have our next research done. We have the matrix lab. So, and the first mission now is obviously to automate making these matrix. So if we look at here, also the game wants us to actually look at upgrades, so we're just gonna do this quickly. We activate this, and that will give us 40 more power on our mecha on energy. Sure, let's do them in tens, it doesn't really matter. So there we go, let's make 20 of those, and let's make 20 of those. Excellent. And then this will automatically just work. So now that we have unlocked the research facility, I'm not going to place the research facility down right now. We're going to have a look at first and see what do we actually need for the electromagnetic matrix. Actually, place this down because we can move it again, which I really love. And let's place it just anywhere random right now. It's absolutely fine. So that way it's near the power so that we can have a look at it. And there we go, there's our upgrade as well, just done plus 40. Now we have, you see here, the power has just increased. And we can even see that here on our tech spec, core capacity went from 100 to 140. And this is our health, and we can all upgrade this. And we have 3 of these little flying drones for building. And if we go further into that tree, we can see it upgrades more power, but we need now red matrix and blue matrix. Here we need yellow matrix, then we need purple matrix, then we need like green, purple, red, and it's like there's all these different colors. And then we have in the end the ultimate universe matrix to unlock everything. The knowledge of the universe. And here again, nice entry, shows you all about what you can do with the matrix slab. But in essence, what you can do with it, you can either research and use matrix that you produce for research. So you can basically feed it with matrix into it that you produce, or you can actually use it to craft matrix. But for that, you're gonna need to feed it these two things into it. Now the next thing we need to focus on is how can we automate the resources required to make those matrix. So if we look at here and we look at the component, we need to worry about automating the creation of magnetic coils, which means we need to automate magnets, 2 of them, and we need to automate copper ingots, which we're gonna need to do with a furnace. We already have furnace research, and we have actually a couple that we got for free. So I just made a couple of assembly plans as well. So we're gonna need a furnace for this, and we're probably gonna need a furnace for iron ingots, because one of the other components is gonna be the circuit board, which needs both copper and iron. I think it would make sense if we build our research facilities over here. We're gonna need, in the long run, a lot of them, because you can see you need like 1,000 or something matrix for one research, for one tech to research alone. So you need to make a lot, and it's not very fast in the beginning. So we should clear a little bit of an area here, but basically what it means, I'm going to, for now, put a smelter right here. We could actually put 2 smelters here, or actually we can put this smelter directly on this line. Yeah, let's do this. So we can put a smelter directly here. So we have one here and one over here. We have actually no power, so we probably should place another one of those Tesla coils. Let's put it right here. There we go. And now this can be fed directly with the resources, so we're gonna put a sorter on it and say, well, we want to feed it directly. There we go. And now this here, we tell it, we want you to make iron. And we'll take the iron, and boom, and it will just keep smelting. All right, let's put a sorter on this one. Excellent. And whatever doesn't get picked up is just gonna go into storage. End of story. And then here we're going to say we want to make copper plates. And now this is actually already getting much faster because it's getting picked up faster, which means it's using more energy, which means our maximum output is going all of a sudden to 86%. We need a lot more wind turbines, I think. All right, now we're gonna put the iron and the copper into one storage facility. Here we go. They're just both getting dumped in. Beautiful. I also built a couple of more wind turbines over here. And the idea now is to take all these plates and now feed them into an assembly station, or in multiple assembly stations, where we're gonna be able to craft the resources we need to make the matrix. Now, if we look at the components that we need, again, we're gonna need magnetic coils and circuit boards. The circuit boards are straightforward. Magnetic coils, we actually need the magnetic rings for. Now the magnets, I actually mistaken. I thought we need to craft them, so we don't. So I'm gonna take this out, and I'm actually gonna replace this and also replace this in a better position. There we go. Let's put it right smack in the middle. Excellent. And what we actually need is another smelter. So magnets actually are made in smelters. I completely forgot about that. There we go. So now all we need is to feed it with more iron ore. So I have another smelter set up right here at our pure source. Let's go and put a connector onto it. And now it's gonna make magnets. There we go. Beautiful. Now we're going to take the magnets out. Let's go into our builder. Let's close this and put this one here. Now I could use the same band. Oh no, you can't actually join. So splitting I think is possible, but joining not yet. I don't think you can join them. Maybe later on when you get like higher level containers you can make joiners and splitters. But right now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drive it right here. End of story. And then we're gonna connect it with a splitter. Have to wait for that to finish. Actually we can already put one here. There we go. And that's gonna start putting out these. Now we can upgrade them later to be faster, but right now that's absolutely fine. So let's take another splitter, let's put it here, boom, and there you go. Now it's starting to put the magnetic rings in as well. Let's see if that works. I actually made a second one because we need twice the amount of magnets, I think. Look at that, and they get transferred then over onto that conveyor belt. Oh, that is amazing. I love that. We have a little bit of a build up here, but I suppose we could build another one, make it longer here. I just wanted to see if that works. So that actually works. That is amazing. So right now, I suppose if we want this to be really quick, we're just gonna delete that. We can we get automatically the items back when we destroy things, which is cool. So we can just extend this. There we go. Put it to here, and then bring it right down to here. Oh, we don't actually have enough conveyor belts. Can we reach that from here? Let me see. I think there is a reach. All right, we can go at least 2 away. Let's see if we can reach it from here. Oh, we can. That is nice. That is excellent. So we don't, I'm gonna craft some up now, but at least this will be starting to put them already in there, which is really, really good. So here we go now for the final step, I think. So one of the crafts we need to do is the magnetic coils. We need magnets and copper, and the other one is the circuit board, which needs iron and copper bars. So we're gonna set one of them to craft these, and oh, we actually can put that directly into here as well. So we don't even have to use it from storage. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so it gives us flexibility. Really, really good. I like that. And then, so we're gonna make this one actually the one with that uses the magnets, and this one we're going to make the, let's clear it out. How do we clear it out? Here, clear it out. And this one will make the circuits. Brilliant. Okay, so I have everything queued up now and ready to go. We have 2 assembly plants, one for the magnetic coils and one for the circuit boards. Now everything should be feeding in. All we have to do is connect the sorters. So one sorter goes into here. Oh, why does it not connect? Hang on a second. Angle too wide. Okay, let's actually build another conveyor belt and sort this out. So if I build this, can I now connect it? Yeah, okay, fair enough. It doesn't matter. So let's put this in here. And let's put this in here. And now we should get enough resources in here. There we go. Boom, boom, craft, bam. Excellent. And how does our network look with power? All right, we're only going up to about 45%, which is really, really good. This one here will make the magnetic coil, so let's enable that. Let's put the copper ingots into there. And we need double the... There we go. Magnets. Excellent. So that should be getting 2 magnets in every time and should be able to continuously make them as well. So now the next step is to make the research cubes, the matrix, which I think we can make in one of those plants. So we can theoretically, I think, select it in here. So let me just put another plant down quickly. So if we say put the other one down here, just for the sake of it, let's see what we can select in it. Can we make the cube? No, we cannot craft a cube in it. Okay, excellent. Let's remove this. So we must craft the cubes in the research facility. Okay, how many do we have? We only have 1. So why don't we craft another 3? What do we need for it? Okay, we can craft all this. That's absolutely fine. Let's craft another 3. Just so we have them. And now we set the first one. Yeah, sure. I mean, why not? Let's set the first one right here to actually craft the blue guys, the matrix. So this needs power. Beautiful. So this is part of the same network. We can actually see here as well our power generation. There's a lot of things that we can look at, some which I don't fully understand yet. So here we can look at the different planets we have. Here we can look at the amount of time, for example, like the things are generated in the last 10 hours, the last 100 hours, 10 minutes. And we can see the consumption demand, and we can see the generation of power. And then we have obviously batteries, I suppose, at some point later where we can charge batteries. And then here we have the research, which we don't have any yet. And then the Dyson sphere itself, whatever that is about, I have no clue yet. What other stats do we have here? This is the display where we can show certain information, but we need to research the HUD display first, which is this guy here. So we might as well activate that actually already, because the first 10 cubes we're gonna put into that. So let's say we want to produce these guys. What do we need? Magnetic coils and circuit boards. So let's do that. We should have enough. So let's put this right here. I hope we can connect it like this. I actually have no idea. And then put this one right here. Excellent. So let's walk around and let's see if we can connect this to here. Excellent, we can. And we don't even need to filter it. It's absolutely fine. And this to here. Ah, that's beautiful. And then we can just connect this one to here and this one to here. Beautiful. So this should be coming in with the circuit boards now, and this should be coming in with everything else. Look at that. That is amazing. And it's now generating electromagnetic matrix. We can start putting them either in our inventory and do the research from here, which is fine in the beginning, or what we can do now is we can say, no, we want to have these put into here, and say this research center purely responsible for using the research. So let's put another power coil in here, or Tesla power. Let's put it right here. Let's set that up for pure research, and let's make a conveyor belt system from here. Actually, let's go to the side in case we have we can create more than one later when we get really fast. And then, okay, we need to craft 2 more of those. So let's put this in here and this one here. Beautiful. So now this one is purely dedicated for research, which means it should theoretically allow us to research. I'm not 100% sure. Is it putting them in? Okay, it doesn't seem to use them. Choose research mode. Oh, look at that. Here we go. Yes. Beautiful. So now we have the research mode, and you can see them coming in here, and it generates 60 hash per second. That is amazing. So one of the things you can do is these guys, if you want them to work faster. So say, for example, this is generating 60. I think you can place them on top of each other like this, and this will now in total, it should be faster. Is it only 60 still? Oh, universe exploration level. Great. Able to view the veins distribution on the planet. You can now view the veins distribution on the planet and easily find the location of different veins, which is brilliant. So now you can turn this display on, and you can say, hey, I want to see the vein distribution. So all of a sudden it becomes all visible. There you go. Even if you go out to the map, you can see now where everywhere on the planet certain resources are. So you can see here right now we're a little bit at a halt because we're not using the research app. So what we should probably do is destroy this. Thank you. Destroy the conveyor belts. There you go. Let's slap the research into this, and let's put that into storage, and then we can put it from storage into here when needed, which means we're not wasting time not producing any. And then we're gonna make the storage facility right here, and that way we can put these guys in here. Oh, whoops. These guys in here, and then from here you can put it over here. Beautiful. I know it's dark a little bit, so I hope you guys can still see. I just want to quickly finish this so that way we can say fine, put them into storage. Excellent. So that should work now just fine. Here we go. And that should now queue them up. Brilliant. Now these are not producing very fast, as you can see here. We actually have a full queue. They're producing very slowly, 20 per minute. So what we can do, I think, we can make this faster. We're putting another one on top, and they work them together. No, it still says 20 per minute. Okay, so here it says the matrix lab can be built on the planet surface and can build vertically. So I knew that, but now vertically constructed matrix labs only supplying sufficient raw materials on the lower level. The matrix labs will automatically transport the raw materials to the upper level and transport the products back to the first level at the same time. Okay, so this puts resources into each layer, so we can see now it's generating still, is it 20 per minute per level? So it's actually producing them faster now. I think so. I think that was faster than before. So let's see how it works when we put the research into effect. Let's do the second level of the sorters. Activate. So let's see. Oh, we can see they both do it. It's still 60 per, but I think it's 60 per level. So it's 100. So you see how quickly that goes. So what happens if we put another one on top? All right, so I queued up a couple of more matrix labs, and we're gonna put another 2 on top of this. So we can see here we get 2 every second. Oh, there we go, improved logistics, nice. So this can actually now transfer things faster even. Every 3 seconds there's 2. So if we put another 2 levels on top of that, oh, look at that, we got a splitter, nice. There's the splitters now. And we got 5 level 2 sorters, that is sweet. So let's put 2 on top of this. Oh, exceed the max height level of vertical constructions. Upgradable. Okay, excellent. So we can do only 3. So now we can see it's starting to put slowly the resources in. So before it starts crafting, there we go. Now it's the 3rd one. So now we probably only have a 2-second gap between them coming in. That's actually brilliant. We can see this is totally backed up. So what we can do is we can convert these now, or actually replace them. So let's remove the sorters here and replace them with level 2 sorters. There we go. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Now it will empty that, obviously. So what we're gonna do next is also... Oh, this is actually so much faster already. So you can see that here. This is amazing. So what we can also do now, because this is constantly at 20, it's queued up. So we can actually now also delete the sorter here and put a level 2 sorter on that. There we go. And of course, excellent. There we go. And now this is full. Beautiful. Yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So now we only have a second between them. That is absolutely fantastic. I love it. So let's do something useful with the research. I already stacked up a second tower. I'm going to show you this now. And let's say, for example, we want to unlock an extra line of inventory capacity. We can't do that because we don't know how to make steel. So what we can do now is we go to the research here. And I think it's here smelting purification. No, it's the one above. It's smelting, steel smelting. So now we can make steel out of iron if we want to, but that costs 120. So now if we activate that, this should get pretty quickly, because now what we actually have is we have 2 towers of 3 researching, and it's using that really quickly. So you can see, look at that, how it's burning through. This is amazing. So they each produce 60 hash per second. There you go, or up to 60 hash per second. And we can see the power is, we're using 130% power. That is insane. That's why it's kind of stuttering like that. But you can see how fast it empties these queues now. So we can see very quickly that we probably need a Mach 2 sorter on all these 3. Well, not on these 2, but on this one, we need a Mach 3 sorter, definitely. So do we have any more power? I actually have a couple of more power. So let's actually place them quickly. So you can put one here, put another one here. And then I'm gonna build out the power lines down to this direction. There you go. Beautiful. And that should hopefully give us enough power now that we don't have that stuttering. There we go. We're just about at 100%. We're getting to 110%. So we probably need to place another few of them. Boom, it's done. That is amazing. It's amazing how fast it is. And now we can make steel. So when these are fully used, they're adding a 60 or 70% power load. That is amazing. So we're at about 50-60% right now, and we're going up to 120%. So we need to make a couple of more there. Anyway, I wanted to make the first episode extra long, just in case we don't really continue with this, in case you're not interested in seeing more, but this is absolutely fantastic. So even after playing this for what, an hour now, probably, well, about 2.5 hours, and the video is probably going to be maybe 40 minutes, we can see already what we can do. And I'm slow, like I'm very slow. I look at things, I read the manual, I kind of try to understand it, and I probably will rebuild this 50 times, but this is already a good start. And now we can do blue technology, blue matrix. We have to speed it up, improve it, but what we can do next is now worry about how to unlock the red technology. So if you guys want to see more, let me know in the comments below, and we can make an episode every now and then of that, and we can stream it as well. So the next thing we have, I think we unlocked that with the technologies that we at some point here can unlock the red one. It's somewhere down here. There we go. Energy matrix. So the energy matrix gets unlocked then with 200 electromagnetics. So if we want to do that, we're gonna need to unlock this first. Oh no, this actually requires red. So we need, oh, hang on a second. This unlocks red, but this unlocks, oh, does it unlock through here potentially? Okay, so we should probably activate this, and that unlocks this, unless we need both of those to feed in here. Okay, excellent. So can we do this now? No, why is this not locked? Oh, we need both of them. Wow. Okay. Anyway, for now, I'm gonna leave it right here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys had a good time with the episode. If you did, remember to kick that like button in the balls, and I hope I see you guys in the next video. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, as always, viel Spaß and happy gaming.